Hey all, thank you for joining me in another episode, where in each video I pick a security related topic and I discuss its importance to your overall online security posture. In this video, I like to expand on my video from the previous episode where I discussed the importance of choosing a complex password and more importantly a unique password for every time you sign up for a service online. In this video, I want to add another layer of security on top of that and discuss the importance of multi-factor authentication, also known as 2FA. I want to talk about what 2FA is, how it can help you protect it, how it can help protect you, and also how you can enable it and take advantage of it. So, what is multi-factor authentication and how can it help to secure your online identity? Typically, when you sign into a website, you provide your username and password. Essentially, what you're doing is you're providing a form of identification. The system authenticates you based on your password and username and then grants you access to the information you've been previously authorized to access. This is known as something you know. Your password is something you know, and presumably you should be the only one that knows the password, hence why you should never share your password with anyone else, and authenticates you to the information that belongs to you. But what if somebody else gets a hold of this information? What if someone else in another part of the world even somehow knows your username and password and then logs into you and essentially impersonates you and gains access to your personal information? Well, this is where multi-factor authentication comes in and can be extremely helpful. What multi-factor authentication does, it adds another layer of identification to your username. So you now need two pieces of ID to gain access to your information. One in the form of your username, and the second one will be the second factor, which typically is sent as a unique code to your mobile phone, or it can be sent to your email address, or it can even be in the form of a phone call. This second factor is something you have, and when you combine it with something you know, it makes your identity that much more secure. At this point, a malicious actor would have to have access to your username and password, as well as your mobile device, for example, or compromise your email in able to get a hold of that second factor authentication. This second factor authentication, there are mobile apps that help you with this. So Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator are two of the most popular ones that are free. You download them from your app store. The way it works is you're issued a token by the website that you're signing up for. You import that token into the Authenticator, and from this point on, every time you try to log into that website, it will send you a unique code to your mobile phone. And then once you enter that code into your into the application, you gain access. So as you can see, it's really a lot more secure than your traditional username and password. If you do anything online that's of any importance, and what I say by any importance is especially your financial services. If you do online banking, if you have maybe some investments online that you use your browser to keep track of, or you use mobile apps to check on daily, or anything else that is money related, I strongly would encourage you to turn on multi-factor authentication as soon as possible. You may be wondering how you turn on multi-factor authentication. Luckily, most websites do offer a second form of authentication. It's typically somewhere under settings, authentication, login. You'll need to take a look, and there's a check mark basically that you enable, and multi-factor authentication will be enabled from that point on. So there you go, folks. Multi-factor authentication and its importance on your online security. It's really a excellent tool to give you that extra layer of security, and it's also free. Having said that, there is no substitute for staying vigilant. So I encourage you, even though you're adding all these extra layers of security and you're enhancing your overall posture, to always also be vigilant. Malicious actors are really creative, and they come up with creative ways to work around these security measures that we put in place. So you are the last line of defense. against, and you should always be on the lookout for phishing emails or other malicious content that just doesn't look right. In one of my future videos, I'm going to discuss phishing in more details. It's one of the most prevalent attacks and one of the biggest attack vectors that in the corporate world, as well as with your personal information, that you'll probably come across. And I'll give you some tips on how to recognize phishing emails and how to potentially protect yourself against them. Once again, thank you for joining me, and until next time, stay safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.